Yeah, Sugo. Okay, so we have a couple people in here like TuneLink, Sugo, that have thought about streaming, and you know, when I was streaming before Ryan rated me, I had one viewer and let's just be clear, like, I didn't mind having one viewer. I had streamed for myself, and just to do it, just because you never know when these skills that we're learning with Twitch on this platform. Obviously, Twitch offers you tools. It records your streams. You can highlight your streams. You can edit. You can. And then Twitch led me to Streamlabs OBS, and OBS is a great software that's free, that is for streamers on Twitch, YouTube, any platform. So Twitch has influenced me to pick up tools that I find pretty cool, pretty useful. So even if I don't have, viewers, even when I had one viewer, it was still worthwhile to just practice and try things out, because you never know. One day, you might you might be seeing a special somebody, just like I'm with a special somebody, but you might be seeing a special somebody, and they might be somewhere, it might be a long distance relationship, and they're like, hey, I want to, I don't have a Nintendo Switch, but I love watching you play Overcooked, or that's a game my girlfriend and I play, or Super Smash, and you're like, and then at that moment when she's feeling you and she wants to watch you play video games, you're over here twiddling your thumbs like, well, Jumba the Gamer told me about this, to try streaming, but I was worried that no one would watch, and she's gonna be like, what? I don't care about your gaming anyways. That'd be a really sad moment, wouldn't it? So you never know, right? Where something like this might come in handy, whether it's streaming production or showing off your gaming skills. Anyways, let's get into it. Okay, so like I said, I don't know a whole lot, but I've learned a little bit in the last week. So let's see. So start off, you need a webcam, right? I'm lagging a bit. Okay, this is my webcam, right? But there are guides on YouTube where you can use your phone as a webcam. This Logitech took me 3 weeks to get. It was back ordered. I ordered it on eBay. It's a good camera. It's a Logitech 9220X, I believe. Logitech, I mean, they're all very similar. It was about $100. It was a good camera. My friend recommended it to me. But even if you don't have a webcam, you can stream from your phone, and I'm going to be doing that very soon. I'm going to try and have 3 angles. I'll just give you a little insight because you guys are here. I'm going to try to have an overhead camera that goes like this and records my keyboard and my mouse. So I'm thinking it's gonna be kind of. So I'm gonna have one here pointing at my face, but I'm thinking of having like a rig set up where it's gonna be showing my gaming, because I use a lot of hotkey. It's gonna be reversed. It's gonna be upside down right now, but I use a lot of keybinds. I use a lot of hotkeys when I play games, and gaming is a skill in itself, right? Like all the minute details, the computing I do, the muscle memory that I built for myself to be a good gamer is worth a camera angle. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking of adding a 3rd camera, but there's really no excuse. Everyone has a cell phone, and there's tutorials online on how to set it up to become a streaming tool, right? So after I had a webcam, I also bought a microphone. So Microphones were also kind of backordered at the time, and I didn't want to wait for the delivery, so I walked into a Best Buy. This was the only mic they had. There's a lot of different Blue mics. This one's called Blue Snowball. And to be honest, I didn't even really like this microphone. It was too big, and it had this kind of tripod, so the only way I could talk into it was to lean really far or to pick it up. And until my girlfriend, she actually bought this rig for me. Like, she's been really clutch throughout this whole process, not just as a motivator, but also picking out things that I might need before I even know I need it. So she got me this rig that I connect to my table. I can adjust it as I see fit, and I also put a screen over it. This is something that she also got for me, but David Choi, I want to give a shout out because he's a sound engineer. He said it'd be good to have this screen. I'm not 100% sure why, but it looks cool. I think it protects it so I don't the sound comes in a little bit. There's like a filter over it. All this stuff was very easy to set up. Right, so we got the hardware, right? We got the microphone. I have a second mic that I ordered, but I like this one, right? I just walked into Best Buy. I was able to get it, right? So once you got sound, and typically, webcams also have audio, but if you want to sound good, you might want to invest in a microphone, right? Tune link, I appreciate it. A pop filter, You guys sometimes can chime in if I'm missing details, for sure. Webcam mics are not always the best. This Logitech one I like, and I'm going to show you my other camera. So I started with the webcam, and I used to have my webcam over here exactly where my second camera is, and I'm going to reveal what it looks like with my webcam in a sec, but I wanted my gaming experience to be a little bit different than most Twitch streamers, right? Every time you're on Twitch, you see like someone's face up close, and it's usually in a small box in the corner like this, and that's just the style, right? And I like the style a lot, but for me, I wanted it to be, and maybe I'm a little shy, maybe I don't want to be, my face to be blown up, but I wanted to have a third person's perspective to my gaming, because one, you get a wider view of the vibe of the room, but this was going to be my main camera, even when I was in the hardcore gaming mode, right? And the reason is because at first I didn't want the show to be about my personality. I wanted it to be about the gaming. And that's why it's Jumba the Gamer, right? Sorry if the music's too loud, but I hope we're vibing tonight. Once again, shout out to Lakey Inspired for the music. I wanted it to be about the gaming. I wanted you guys to see my setup, which I'm still trying to put work into. This is a monitor I got for my friend. I mean, monitors are not that expensive. You can easily set up different displays. I know all you guys at home who use your PCs or are potentially going to have PCs down the line. Nothing too flashy here, but having a third-person view, you get to see the gaming, you get to see more of me in the passenger seat, and yeah, it's not your normal like face cam, right? It's not a Zoom call. We're not on Twitch because we're doing a Zoom call. We're on Twitch because we're gaming, right? So I ended up meeting the best of both worlds, and so I have a camera set up. It is a DSLR. It's a camera that, hey, guess what? My girlfriend got for me. Dang, she gets me a lot of stuff. She got this for me a year and a half ago, and I barely, if ever, really use it. Like, she got it for me, and I was like, babe, I'm gonna shoot like glam shots for you. I'm gonna start your whole YouTube career, I never filmed anything, my dough. Sour. Yeah, I didn't do much with it. It was kind of collecting dust, and to be able to use it now is really great. She got it for me. I'll give you guys a look. It's a good camera. It's a DSLR EOS 80D, not ADD. 80, the number 80D. And so, just to give you all this stuff, you can look up, you can search for yourself. But basically, Canon recently released a software that lets you stream from your DSLR. So you can look it up. There's a whole catalog of cameras, past, present, and I'm guessing future, of cameras that Canon has that allows you to stream from your DSLR. And let's be honest, it's pretty clean. Like, DSLR cams are used sometimes in films, you know, independent films, sometimes even in studio films. They'll use on the ground like cameras, and they'll use DSLRs. They can look really pretty if you have the right lenses. Now, I just have default Canon lenses, but like, you can use your phone, you can use your DSLR, you can use a webcam. We're gonna have all of the above, but there's no excuse you can't try it out, right? So now I have 2 lenses. It's really fun. And then you need this software, right? So for streaming, you want Streamlabs OBS. Now, if you're more of a studio junkie, you like to cook things in the kitchen and wait till you're done cooking before you serve, there's also OBS Studio, right? So before I used Streamlabs OBS, I was using OBS Studio, and basically OBS Studio allows you to record from your desktop, record your gaming. It allows you the same functions that Streamlabs OBS offers, but it doesn't allow as many streaming options as Streamlabs OBS. So if you want to stream, Streamlabs OBS is my recommended software. Obviously, that's what universally most people use. You can get it free. And if you like to record, you like to make machinimas, you like to just record things for yourself, you can try OBS Studio. Before I was doing Twitch, I was recording some of my own PvP gaming. Like, sometimes I would record stuff and share it with my guildmates, or, you know, promote it, you know, with amongst my friends, like, you know, share private clips of me gaming. So it's always fun to do that, to show off your gaming. Come on now. We don't play games in a vacuum. We play games to connect with people, right? So you can record, you can stream, you can do a bunch of things. Okay, so get your software, and then for me, let me check in with the chat real quick, because I'm not even an expert at this. I'm just talking like I know what I'm doing. How's the chat doing? Yeah. Y'all are chiming in and doing stuff. That's cool, man. That's a very contributive chat. I like that. I would recommend a webcam over a camera, but if you have a camera, feel free to use it. The reason is a webcam still gives you decent quality. It's smaller. It like with the DSLR, right? The software that I use is still new, so there's not as much functionality. But if you have a camera sitting around, like, I wouldn't recommend you to go buy a DSLR so you can stream on Twitch. Like, if you have one, why not use it? That's how I feel, right? But if you like to record, you know, and edit, you know, and take pictures, then yeah, get a camera the same way you would get a camera, right? So my DSLR, I don't know, it hasn't been overheating, but at the moment, my DSLR has a short battery life. I think it's about 3 hours before I have to charge it, right? So what I recently bought, it's in the mail. is a cord that allows, and you can look this up, but it'll charge the battery while it's being used. So you just connect the battery directly to an outlet. So I just bought one of those so that if I wanted to one day just stream 12 hours, I wouldn't have to change the battery. But for now, I've just been streaming like 2 hours, so the battery hasn't died. I got like 4 batteries I can recharge. Okay, thank you for the questions, by the way. Yo, exactly, die their desu. Like, it's like building a house, like brick by brick. With any skill, with any process, it might seem intimidating because obviously, I look at a house, I'm like, I can't do that. That's what you're gonna tell yourself, or I don't know how to do that. But the tools are there, and then it's your choice whether you want to do it. And it is a slow journey. I'm still new at this, and hopefully in a month and next week I can update you guys, and there's more information to be told. So I'm gonna stop trying to be. I'm just gonna get to the details just so people can get started. I know people are thinking about it. Streamlabs OBS. So I have my OBS here. Basically, it's very functional. Like, if you have Streamlabs, it probably looks like this, right? This is my stream chat. So, I don't want to show too much, but that's my Streamlabs. I'll show you in a bit once I know what exactly I'm going to show. But with any software, especially, I don't want to overwhelm you with my setup, but for my Streamlabs, I created multiple scenes so that I can jump from one thing to the other, right? Total, I have 7 scenes on the left. Hey, NC Tao, thank you for the follow. I have a few scenes that I made, and then for each scene, which I attach to a keybind, I have different source outputs, right? So for scene 2, I have webcam 2. For scene 1, I have camera 1. Scene 3 is my sort of overlay. Scene 4 is my WoW hardcore mode game with the webcam. Scene 5 is my my camera 1 with the hardcore mode on the side. And so there's so much mix and match and play. When you start, you're only gonna do one scene. That's all you have to do. And it can look like this. If you want to do more of like a chilling vibe, or it can look like this. Basically, you have your game that you play, right? And then you have a camera set up on the bottom. Look, I'm teaching A's, B's, and C's right now, and 2 + 2 = 4, right? But here's my Streamlabs. It's got the scenes over here on the left. This is my mini feed in the chat. Those are all from Twitch, but and these are my sources. So full screen mode. I got the chat box, the event. Oh, sorry, Ron. Okay, so this is I can't switch scenes without but yeah, these are my scenes. These are my sources. By the way, this is all backlogging for myself. So you guys can enjoy it. You guys can help me explain it to people in the chat, or you can just vibe out and just let me preach to myself. You know what I mean? So the next part is a little bit more tricky because sound is also very detailed. There's so many inputs of sound, right? You have what you're hearing. You have what I'm hearing. So let me give you a situation, right? So, hey, thank you, Hanji, for the follow. I appreciate it. So sometimes there's things that I don't want you to hear, right? Like maybe I'm talking, I cough, right? I cough, I gotta mute. That was a cough, but I'll yell and I'll show you how I push to talk mute myself. So there's sometimes things that I don't want you to hear, and I'm sorry for yelling in your ear. But the main thing for me was Discord. Sometimes I'm in a Discord with my guild, and they might be saying things that I don't really agree with, or maybe stuff that is just not entertaining, not for you to hear. When I raid, I'm listening to callouts and commands, but I don't need you guys to hear it because, you know, the music is banging. You know what I'm saying? So I just keep that to myself. And that's very easy to do if you know how to look up guides on the internet. So this is the software I use. It's called Voicemeeter Banana. And like I said, free software. And I learned all this stuff either through help from certain mods. Like I know Grandpa helped me out early on, and Ryan's mods helped me, and you know, random YouTube strangers that made guides on YouTube helped me. But basically, there's a way for all types of functions, and this is just a quick little glimpse into that. This being my mic input, this being the sound of the music, so I can lower that here. I can turn it up, and I can also just turn it up. So yeah, simple stuff like that. But here's the thing with Twitch, like, I love the attention, trust me. Like when I was a kid, you know, my sister and I would always fight for attention, right? People like attention. But I'm older now. I don't love attention unless it's from, you know, people that I care about. But attention is still a good feeling, especially if you have something to say, right? But mainly what's been keeping me going and wanting to do this is there are applicable skills to streaming that might come in handy down the line, right? I don't know where Twitch is going to take me, but these skills that I'm garnering could come in handy, right? All right. So that's pretty much it. All the information you can find online. And what am I working on now? So with my Twitch, there's a few things that are gonna continue to let me play with that I want to continue to work on. So I'm gonna have a third camera, and that's gonna be what I said earlier. That's gonna show my keyboard, my mouse. I love my mouse. I have when I play WoW, you know, even when I'm working and when I'm doing Streamlabs, I have so many buttons that I push. And it's the muscle memory, it's the computing that I do that makes the stream good, and it makes my performance as a gamer good. Like that's without a doubt what separates a good gamer from an okay gamer, is they've done all the computing beforehand, and so when they're playing, it looks easy. They can, you know, they don't have to scroll their mouse all the way to one side of the screen to click a spell. They can literally just push a macro, right? We got all these macros set up, and that's how I want to approach Twitch, right? If I can do it in a video game and be good at it, and you're telling me Streamlabs has the same kind of functionality, like, obvious choice, right? So hopefully, so the first thing I want to set up is a sound box. So I'm gonna create with Voicemeeter a sound box, and it's funny because OK Comedy, man, I'm just learning everyone's names, but sent me a link to a soundbox on Amazon. It was literally like a second keyboard with 15 buttons on it for $150. And I was like, I watched the advertisement for the second soundbox slash keyboard with 15 buttons on it, and I could see how people would be like amazed by that, because having more keys to press to start your stream, to switch scenes, to play the music, to switch songs, to send a message to Twitter, sounds really cool. But if you do the research, you can do all those things without buying a $150 quote-unquote soundbox. You can set that up with your keyboard and mouse. So there's a lot of ways to create multiple keybinds. For WoW, I have 40 keybinds that I use, and so with my soundbox, I'm thinking about just using the buttons that I already have to create macros for those. So I'm going to be working on that. Yep. Talking about gaming here. But yeah, I mean, just a trick of the trade, right? Like, if you go to Streamlabs, right, and you want to set a keybind for your scenes. Hey, Brighton, thank you for the follow. So you want to set a keybind for your I'll do it one more time for the chat. So this little cogwheel right here, boom, and then you go to hotkeys, right? And then these are all my scenes. So I have end credits as a scene, I have webcam with graphics, I have my streaming process, which is this OBS scene, full stream with game. I have keybinds for all these. Switch to scene, boom, numpad 6. Full screen with game, numpad 5, right? So I realized I wasn't really using my numpad, so I essentially, with hardcore graphics, I use numpad 3. So, and then look at all the other things I can keybind, right? Separate images within the scene, or sounds within the scene. There's so many things that I can do with the click of a button, as long as I do the little homework, beforehand. As long as I do, I think I accidentally said a new keybind, but as long as I do, I work on the parts beforehand, and then when I'm live, I just let it run, right? So, if you have Streamlabs, you can set keybinds for all your scenes. It's really, what's the word? Oh, easy. Yeah, easy. So let's see. So now we have that. I'm gonna do a sound box. Yes. And those are gonna be like funny gamer sounds, or maybe meme sounds, or sometimes like a 15-second soundbite just describes the emotion for something so well, right? And so thinking of setting like 4 or 5, 10, maybe key sounds, like, that give this stream some flavor. So that's something I'm gonna be working on. And then the third camera, I have to figure out. Oh, funny story. My girlfriend bought a new rig for a third camera. What do you know? Like, literally before I even told her I was going to use another camera. It's crazy. And that's going to show my keyboard and my mouse, so that you can see me inputting commands while I'm gaming. Like, wouldn't that be cool? Like, people in 100 years, people are going to talk about gamers like they're talking about pianists. Sorry if I didn't say that word perfectly. Pianists. Like, we're doing a lot of computing, right? So, it can be almost like making music, right? So I'm thinking of showing a camera angle of my keyboard, and there's great tutorials online on how to set up an overhead camera that I'm gonna look at, which is funny because the person that I saw, she was a pianist, and she showed how she, because when you watch a pianist play like up close with her fingers, or his fingers, that's pretty cool. Anything else? Let's see. So, also there's some stuff in Twitch that I need to work out. Last night I got my Franker TV. Dude, Rixay, dude. You just compared. I'm gonna be Dr. Disrespect level one day. I mean that's huge. Like if I find the motivation and inspiration to keep going on and being as successful as someone like that, like, yo, we're talking about, that's game changing. Like, thank you for the comment. I appreciate it. So there's a few things in Twitch that I want to work on that specifically have to do with the site, right? So I need to set up like an FAQ or an about me. I know there's Twitch panels. Hey, let's see. Russian man 124456739. Thank you for the follow. So I'm going to set up a FAQ about me section in the Twitch panels. I'm also going to do a channel trailer, which Twitch recommends is a good way to get people to follow you when you're offline. So that's going to be 1 minute. I can edit a video for that. And then this one, I'm gonna do a quick call out because I have some skills when it comes to video production, but I am not a good graphic designer. I don't think I even have the software to do it. Photoshop, Illustrator. I've played around in those applications, but it would take me 9 hours to make a decent banner on Twitch, and a good graphic designer could make that same quality in 30-40 minutes. I'm guessing, but what I'm saying is it might be cool if I did it myself, but there's so many things that I am still working on with the stream and the production that designing the title plates has not been something that I've been able to wrap my head around. So the call out would, I was gonna do an actual call out, but if you guys have a pen and paper or a keyboard in front of you, my email is jumbothegamer@gmail.com. And if you are good at logos, overlays, like overlays for the stream, I've seen other streamers with overlays, or even panels. You can send me some of your work. Doesn't have to be Jumbo the Gamer stuff. You can send me your work that you've done for other people, and I will sift through them and see if there's anything that I like. And if I do like it, I'll reach back out and I'll let you know that I'm looking for some assets to use on my stream, and we'll find a way to make it worth our time for both parties. So yeah, it's jumbothegamer@gmail.com. Yep. But that's something I'm going to work on because my Twitch page is kind of lackadaisical. I have another thing that... I'm deciding my schedule for the stream, right? So right now I have the Tuesday raid rave, which anyone who was here earlier it was my first raid on Twitch that I was doing for my followers, and it was kind of a vibe, right? All I really did was make a playlist, and then my whole sole purpose was to go onto my big DPS warrior and just do as much damage as possible. And I'm gonna have more ideas to come with the Tuesday raid rave, but there's gonna be fresh jams. I'm gonna be doing some gaming, and so that's gonna be on the schedule for next week. And you guys can tell me, do you guys like it when people create a schedule? Because I know there's a Twitch panel option for a schedule. I'm thinking I have a light schedule. Like Saturdays I do blank with my friends from home or something. Like there's other games that I want to, like my friends from back home, we only play Warzone, and that just, when we get together online, that's like the only game we play together. So I don't want to be like, hey, you know, I play WoW, you got to play WoW to play with me. So I play Warzone. So that might be something I do on stream when I play with them, because they're all super chill and we like to talk shit. Talking shit is also something that's something beautiful about gaming, right? It gives us a forum while we're competing to, you know, but talking shit has to be tasteful. Like it has to feel good for you and for that other person. And the only way you can make talking shit feel good for that other person is, and I'm reading a book and Jane McGonigal talks about it in Reality is Broken, but sorry if I paraphrase incorrectly, but you're trying to help that person, right? And you like to poke at something that might rub them the wrong way, but if you talk shit in a way that's good, okay, I gotta find the quote. We're gonna be quoting books later, and I'm not gonna paraphrase, but it's a way of, to me, if I talk shit to you, that's a sign of affection. Because I wouldn't talk to shit to somebody I don't like. I don't even waste my time. But if I'm willing to get to know you well enough to talk shit, oh, we're friends. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so I was able to salvage that a little bit. Yeah, music by Lakey Inspired. Don't want any copyright issues. So that's gonna be something I need to figure out, is a schedule. So this is like next level streamer stuff, right? Like you got a mic, you got your webcam, you got your software, and now it's like, oh, okay, now I gotta make a schedule. And the plan right now is to just try and go on every day, even if it's for like half an hour or an hour. Because right now I'm getting so much feedback. Like I'm getting followers, you know? Like there's people that are literally taking their time out of their day to watch me and follow me. So that's motivation in itself. And also I'm just really liking this creative process. There's a lot to learn. And my girlfriend's happy for me, because literally I was just playing games for myself, you know, for mostly, and only thinking about streaming, but not. Now I'm doing it, so it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Sorry, I'm just flipping this page back and forth if I'm missing anything. Yeah, so, and then the last thing, I love PC gaming, you know, but I gotta also give love to the console gamers. Yeah, I gotta switch it up sometimes. So I'm thinking about busting my Switch in here. I got a TV right there, right? And I'm thinking about hooking it up, maybe just playing some Nintendo Switch, whether it's Overcooked, whether it's Super Smash. My girlfriend plays Overcooked. We fight a lot when we play. That might be, I gotta give some love. Maybe one night of the week, only console gaming. Okay, so that's pretty much my agenda with Twitch. And I just came on just because it's just chatting. That's the category today. Just chatting, talking about my process, letting you guys in on my process, so that, you know, it's not a one-way street. Like, if I'm doing this, you know, someone who literally is exposing myself on social media, like, then there's no reason you can't. And the only way it's gonna mean something to you is if you try, right? But for me, you know, I don't see it as just, you know, fame or attention. I see it as like a skill, and you know, talking about that skill, streaming, gaming, talking about those skills, in a way that can, I'm learning about it, I'm growing, and hopefully the people who I talk to are also growing. And thank you Chess Tofu for the follow. Thank you Elite Nathan for the follow. Hey, I appreciate it. And that dialogue is what makes this fun for me. Wow, Bloopty with the follow. So yeah, that's really all my plan was for tonight. I was gonna maybe do some gaming and play my druid. He's level 12, but you know what? I might do some of that off screen. And for now, I'm gonna cut the VOD short so that if people want to watch this VOD and catch up with me on my process, they can watch it, and I can look back and see where I'm at. Because I'm gonna watch this VOD later. I'm gonna cut highlights out. Twitch gives great functions. Yeah, it's fun. And oh, by the way, I have a TikTok now. I post specifically just less than 1 minute highlights on my TikTok. It's Jump of the Gamer as well. And so, yeah, TikTok. That's just for the promotion. Not really on there for any other reason, just to promote myself. But but yeah, check the VOD out if you came late. And good luck. Happy streaming, happy gaming, and I will see you soon.